Nanu, hello and welcome to Piglin Apocalypse. Yes, the start of a brand new series and a map made by yours truly and CubeCraft Games. Yes. Oh, I'm excited to get this going. I did do a live stream last week. For those of you that missed it, you might be able to go back on Twitch and watch it. But yes, we're here and I'm going to be doing a YouTube Let's Play. So my plan is to do a day at a time. And see how far we get. So to start off with, we start off in this lovely little bunker here that you can see. We've already got some starter gear. We've got some leather bits and pieces, an iron sword, and then we've also got a Piglin Apocalypse wiki and an introduction book as well, which I'm not going to go into at the moment. And we've also got some arrow ammo. Now, if you're playing this with someone else, they can also get a few goodies in here. I'm actually going to take that bread. And the first thing we need to do, kind of gives us a little hint here, but yes, pop these arrows into the turret and look at that, it activates. So we've got a couple of new piglins in here. This dude is a mechanic, and what he was stood here trying to do was to disarm this trap and remove it. So yes, we stopped him just in time. The other dude was a piglin rogue. Yes, he throws golden daggers. Now, there's also a couple of new piglins in here as well. We've got the piglin archer. We've got the normal piglins, yes, with a golden sword there and a crossbow. And you'll notice that they're not turning into zombified piglins because that's not a thing anymore. That doesn't happen in this pack. And we've also got a piglin brute soldier. Yes, he's rocking a gold sword. He's got his little eye patch as well from the wars that he's been through. So yeah, a couple of things in here, and in this chest we've got a piglin key, we've got some piglin daggers, and we've also got some miner's notes, which I will read in a moment because there's a couple of things I want to do first, and then while I'm sort of busy behind the scenes, I'll read those to you guys. So the next room is the trap room. Yes, in here we have got a tinker table, which is where you're going to craft all of your new traps and turrets and things. So you can see here that we've got a few different sort of barbed wires. We've got a cobblestone turret there, and we've even got some wands. Yes, those of you that remember the mob wands pack that I helped make, yeah, we've got a couple of those wands in here. Work a little bit differently, but still just as fun and very powerful. Also in this chest, we've got some materials here to make some extra traps, as well as a couple of extra traps down the bottom. And we've got some wrenches. Now, the reason there's a wrench in here and the reason we've got some traps down already is because you may or may not have noticed there is a slight difference. Can you tell what it is? Should I tell you? This one has got little particles off of it. You see that? Little sparkles? And this one hasn't. So the idea is, if I grab one of these out, is that if you place a trap or a turret, they're going to have particles on them, and those particles will be there until they take some damage. So the idea is that if you put it down and you didn't want it there, you can sneak and then interact with your wrench, and look at that, cactus vine trap back in our hands. So with that being said, this one we can pick back up, and you can see that it's in my hotbar, and this one we can't. Okay, it destroyed. Now, normally it would actually drop some of the materials used for making it. Another thing you can also do with the wrench is rotate the traps. If you want them facing a different angle for whatever reason, for the aesthetics of it, then yeah, just a right click or an interact, whatever device you're on, and that will turn it. But yeah, let's pick that back up. I'm actually going to leave those in here for now and move on to the final room, which is the dorm room. Yes, so we've got a couple of beds in here. We've catered for more than one player. By more than one, we mean two. And you both have a chest each. Look at that, with some bits and pieces to get you going. As well as that, there's 4 of these double chests in here, all full of random stuff that's going to help you hopefully survive the Piglin Apocalypse. Now, I'm going to quickly run out to the top and show you guys what's going on out here. And yeah, you come up the stairs, as you see. We've got this lovely iron door, and out here we have got a bit of a sort of a base going on. But the walls are a bit broken. So yeah, there's a bit of something started for you as a bit of a guideline. And the idea is that you'd probably want to get these walls repaired to stop the piglins invading so easily. There's also some turrets you can see here. We've got a cobblestone turret. And over here, there is a arrow turret. Now, they're currently facing the floor because they're inactive. They need ammunition. I've got none on me. There is plenty downstairs, so I'll show that off in a little bit. But what I want to do is I actually want to come back down here. And as you saw in the rooms, in the dorm room, yeah, these chests are an absolute mess. So I'm going to get to work on tidying these up, getting everything organised. And whilst I'm doing that, I will read to you the miner's notes and also the Piglin Apocalypse introduction. Welcome to the Piglin Apocalypse! The Piglins have invaded the overworld and you are the last person able to stop them from completely conquering it. Piglins have been arriving and setting up camps. There has also been rumours of a blood red moon which makes them stronger. So the moon cycle has been changed in Piglin Apocalypse and there are now 4 stages instead of the usual 8. You may also notice that there is a red moon. So the opening moon is the first stage of the moon cycle and it follows a blood moon. You can find more Piglin riders and brute champions roaming your world looking to clean up any survivors from the blood moon. The new moon is the most peaceful of the moons. You may find never-alays that have managed to escape roaming your world or wandering traders that feel safe enough to come and trade their wares. The warning moon is, as the name suggests, a warning for the blood moon that will follow on the next night. You will find an increase of Piglin rogues and Piglin mechanics sent to scout the overworld and disarm any traps that may pose a threat to the other Piglin classes. And yes, during a blood moon, you will be unable to sleep. You can also find buff Piglins or Piglin patrols appear throughout your world. And any other Piglins that appear have a higher chance to be stronger variants. So yes, there are variants which you can tell by what armour they're wearing, whether it's gold, diamond or netherite. And yeah, blood moons are dangerous. And before we get back to me finishing off tidying up the dorm, I just want to mention that the miner's notes I'll be reading a little bit later when I go mining. Kind of makes sense, right? And with that, everything is now nicely organised. Look at this. It suddenly doesn't look so bad. We do have some bits of armour there that I do actually want to nab and throw on. This will probably become redundant very soon. And yeah, our food in there. So let's grab all the rest of that bread. Now, as you saw, the moon cycle is reduced to 4 days. And this first one is our opening moon. So you can see there, it's got a bit of a yellow tint to it. So this is one of the safer moons. That's not to imply any moon is necessarily safe, but we do have 4 days of grace at the start where the Piglins aren't too bad. Unless you go out looking for trouble, they are quite manageable. So what my plan is to do, oh, speaking of devils, what my plan is to do on this first night is to actually go underground and do a bunch of mining to get these walls repaired. But before I go down and do that, because I don't want to be using stone tools, I'm actually going to grab these flares that I had down in the bedroom. It's not a bedroom, the dorm. And we can actually get some goodies from these. So all I've got to do is interact with them, aim them at the floor a little bit, and you can see that they let off this lovely little flare smoke. And after a few moments, we should begin to see, there we go, some airdrops falling down. Oh, glorious. So yeah, there's a few different levels of these. I think I set up 5 different levels. So this is the second tier. The first tier are the resource flares, where you're going to mostly get sort of blocks and food. These, on the other hand, are going to give us sort of gear and stuff towards turrets. So let's just open them and have a look, shall we? So straight away, a fire protection 3 chest plate. We'll get that on us. An unbreaking 2 bow. We've also got some copper barbed wire. 10 golden apples. And some melon seeds as well. And actually, I'm going to quickly go and plant those. Beautiful stuff. Pop them down. And let's keep opening these. They're like mystery goodie bags, aren't they? Oh, protection, depth strider, and unbreaking on there. We'll have them. Fire aspect and smite. Very nice. We've also got 5 more diamonds. Some pumpkin pie. These blueprints as well. Eventually I'll get to them, but you are going to want to keep hold of them. And some pumpkin seeds. Let's get the pumpkins planted as well, I guess. Always handy to have. Thought I heard steps then. Gotta be on alert. Whoa! I did hear steps. Maybe not from him though. There we go. Right. Whew, dear. That was a close call indeed. Okay, so I'm going to keep opening these because I'm trying to get a pickaxe. So we have got an iron axe there. That's going to come in handy for chopping trees. We've got some eggs. Should we get trapped in our compound and not have chickens, that's one way of actually getting some. What else? I think we've got more golden apples there as well. We actually got some more iron boots. Right, let's open this one. No pickaxe in there. And did we get a pickaxe in that one? We didn't. Oh, man. What I'm going to do, we can have a couple more rolls at this. So let's come back down here. I want to quickly... yes, in here. Quickly pop my traps in here. We don't need those right now. Let's swap out our helmets. We're in full iron gear now already. Protection 2. What are the ones I've got on? Ah, they've got no enchantment. So let's nab them. Efficiency, I feel like is going to be better for us eventually chopping trees. And then, yes, as I say, no pickaxe. Now, I could make a diamond one. But what I want to do is in both of these chests, we got a couple more iron resource flares. So let's quickly pop these out. Hopefully, we can get ourselves an iron pickaxe. And what time are we at? It's already... The moon is going down on us. Right, let's deal with you. Come on, airdrops, quick as you like. There we go. There they come. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, pickaxe, please. Oh, I see one. I see one. Let's quickly get back underground because I can hear all sorts of bad guys growling around out there. Right, firstly, let's throw off this stuff that we don't really need. We've got a shovel. Nice. Yes, the iron pickaxe has come in handy there. Eggs, I think, can go in here. They're sort of a mob drop. I'm going to leave some of the golden apples. Get rid of the food and the seeds. And then I think I'm good there to go and do a bit of mining. And hopefully get our wall built. So, the Miner's Notes by Bert the Miner. Another day down in the darkness of the mines seemed like any normal day, but then I heard such a ruckus. Inquisitively, I followed the noise, and as I got closer, there was a stench of smoke and sulphur. I then arrived at a large open cave where I could not believe my eyes. The ground was covered in a red, squelchy sort of fungus, and there were a handful of these creatures that I had never seen before. They walked around like people, but they looked and sounded like angry pigs. They were all equipped with weapons and armour and looked ready for some kind of battle. I managed to make my way back out of the mines without being spotted, and after talking to some of my fellow villagers, we agreed to fill in the entrance to the caves and trap inside whatever they were that I had seen. And there we go, 3 stacks of cobblestone. I'm hoping that will be enough to repair our wall. And it sounds like the sun is, in fact, it is. It's coming up. And we'll soon get a notification congratulating us on surviving a whole day. So let's quickly get this set up. And as I said before, there it is. Good morning. So as I said before, I'm only gonna do a day at a time. But I think what we can do is get this wall wrapped up before I call it an episode. And I can explain to you as well what the plan is for this series, basically. So yeah, we've got to try and survive the Piglin onslaught. Now, the game is set up that it's going to get progressively more and more difficult every day. I'd say up until 100 days, but actually even past 100 days, it will continue getting more and more difficult. But the main aim of the game is to try and survive those 100 days. And there are rewards as you go for surviving that long. The first reward you actually get for surviving 2 days. And the rewards are done based on, if you look on the right there, you can see it says days survived, CyanSaber 1. And that will reset if I die, okay? And then so will the reward system as well. Whereas Piglins arrived, currently says days 1, that will carry on counting regardless. So basically there's a way of tracking how old your world is, and then there's a way of tracking... Whoa! Jeez, oh my days, that made my hair stand up. Oh no, look, he's blown into my dorm. What was I saying anyway? So yeah, basically there's a way of keeping track of how many days the world has been going, and then also how many days you've managed to survive. Oh dear, I did not need that. Right, let's we're not gonna have enough dirt. I'm gonna have to come back and sort that out at some point. Just want to make sure that there's no blocks out here that the piglins can climb on and breach the walls. Like that step there would have been a prime example. Eventually it will get more difficult to the point that the piglins will be able to breach your walls. Little spoiler there, little heads up for those of you that are playing along as well. But yeah, it's looking like we should be able to get this walls mostly tied up. I will upgrade it as we go. Some of it is still a bit low, where it's like a block and a half, but it does mean things shouldn't be able to climb over. Oh, Mr. Pig, getting in my way. But anyway, I am going to make an end to the video there. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button on the way out. Let me know as well if you're playing along and how you've been getting on and how far you've managed to get. What's your longest streak on your days survived? But yeah, hope you did enjoy it. Until the next one, take care, stay cool, bye bye.